I think that everybody's hungry for Jesus, whether they know him or they're not, or they don't know him yet. Everybody in the deep sense of their core is hungry for Jesus. And so it's amazing to see the response of, we just did an event a couple weeks ago where thousands and thousands of people got baptized on the beach of San Diego. People are just hungry, I think, for the more of God. And so it's beautiful to watch people just have that hunger. And I think us as the church being able to respond and be there. And I think there's nothing more powerful right now in this hour than the local church. And for us to encourage people to be planted in the local church as well, for them to find a community and people to disciple them so that once they do get saved and they do come to Jesus, that there's a discipleship to follow as well. So go local church. I think that it's amazing to see male and female representation in, I feel like more than ever, it's feeling like there's a rise of just a celebration of women. And I think that's just ultimately God's heart, is that we celebrate male and female and their beauty and their aspects of the body of Christ. And so it's fun to see. But I've grown up in actually a beautiful, I'm just turned 43, and I've never in my life actually felt a resistance. And I think that's a testimony to the generations before us that have paved the way for us to get here and be able to not have to feel, or our children have to feel, what other generations have had to feel before. So I'm thankful I live in this day and age. I feel like the songs that he gives us, I love writing songs with other people, especially other aspects of the body of Christ. And just to have this melody seem to come down from heaven, like Holy Forever. That song, the melody, they presented the verses and the bridge to me, and Chris Tomlin and Brian, my husband, and they didn't have a chorus, and I just sat down at the piano and the angels cry holy, just like, it was like I was a funnel, just catching the melody and the lyrics, I think, of heaven. And so I think that for me is just the most stunning thing, to be a vessel, to be a willing vessel of God. What are you saying to the world? What can I write? What can I sing? What melodies, what lyrics? That the world would know who you are in those. And so it's an honor and a privilege to be a songwriter. Very exciting. I've been a worship leader and songwriter. I started when I was 5 years old, and I'm 43, so do the math. And I've been very honored to be a part of a lot of different projects and worship groups, especially obviously Bethel Music, running that from the beginning. But for the first time ever, I'm doing my own album. So a lot of you may be hearing it first here tonight. Yeah. Thank you. I'm very excited. So it'll be coming out later this year. And it's kind of a mosaic of my life. There's, of course, worship music, because that's my DNA. But there's a country love song to my husband. There's a really fun pop song about the beauty of being a mom to kids. And it's all over the place. So I cannot wait for you to hear it. I'm working very hard on it. Pray for me that I hurry up. But yeah, go ahead, buddy. I think one of my favorite ones that I've seen is the beauty of the church really coming together and the celebration of the different aspects of the body of Christ. And even this show tonight, I've been a part of this industry for 25 years, and it used to be a big segregated thing. It was CCM and worship and gospel. And to watch over the years, the lines be blurred is so beautiful to me, just to see everybody here loving Jesus in their expression. And the same thing with the big churches as well, that we don't know what denominations that we all are, because ultimately we're all just aspects of the body of Christ. A hand, a foot, Bethel's probably the armpit, who knows? But I think it's just so beautiful to see everybody working together and loving and supporting and learning from each other, encouraging each other. It makes me excited to be alive, honestly. How do I prepare spiritually before a tour? Or really anything. I think that kind of a motto that we embrace, we actually teach it at our worship school, is that worship is a lifestyle. And so I think that, preparation for me isn't just the hour or a day or a week before an event or a tour. It's the lifestyle of worship that we live. So whether it's me changing my baby's diaper or singing on a stage in front of thousands of people, it doesn't matter, because it's all worship when it's unto him. Worship isn't just music for all of us, right? It's like our whole lives and every aspect given and submitted to Jesus. And so for me, it definitely is all of that. But right before, I do try to be a bit smarter with my voice, so I don't scream as loud at my son's basketball games and things like that, to really honor the gift that's on my life, and to be able to share that. And trying to sleep. I try to not hang out with everybody, and my favorite! This is my favorite! You don't even know.
True, not true.
You don't
Go
even
ahead.
know. Oh, this girl, we were on tour last year.
Yeah,
One of the
right.
highlights of my whole life.
And she can hang out and meet. Everywhere we went, Jen had a friend to meet up with. And I was like, where are you getting this energy from?
Vitamins and exercise. She is unbelievable.
I love
One of my
this girl.
favorite humans.
This is my blonde baby right here.
Love you.
I love you too.
Is it your turn?
Yeah, I was waiting, but go ahead.
No.